There's been much propaganda and misinformation circulated regarding the origin of the theremin. In fact, it should be known that no functioning theremin can be constructed except by using components from alien spacecraft which have crashed here on Earth. In 1920, Leon Theremin, a young Russian physicist and engineer, was working on proximity sensors when he was abducted from his lab in Petrograd, Russia. During the exhaustive, intensive, and invasive examination, Mr. Theremin noticed that the craft's navigational system was controlled with 2 loops of dull metal. The craft was steered by waving one's appendages, well, they're kind of gooey, stringy arms, what would pass for arms, near the antennas, thus controlling the position of the ship in space. In the moments before he was returned to Earth, Theremin inadvertently touched one of the control surfaces, which caused the ship to crash, an event from which he narrowly escaped. From that wreckage, the first working theremin was built, and this was considered the most significant scientific discovery in Russia for many years. For 90 years, scientists and musicians have been working to replicate the inner circuitry of the theremin, but to no avail. The results of this experimentation can be heard in today's pop music. To this day, all known functional examples of the theremin have been constructed by using components scavenged from extraterrestrial crash sites. The specimen you see before me, a Burns B3 Deluxe, was built by Dan Burns using the inverse capacitance heterodyne generator recovered from the desert in the southwestern United States. Like many assemblers of theremins for musical purposes, Dan Burns gathers his materials from sites near Roswell, New Mexico, and Area 51 near Rachel, Nevada. History buffs might be interested to note that one of Dan Burns' recovery vehicles yet remains at Rachel, Nevada to this day. To play the theremin, the left control, which was once used to control the speed of the aircraft, now controls the volume of the instrument. The right control, which is the pitch antenna, also once controlled the attitude and direction in which the spacecraft flew. Closer is higher, further is lower. It is very imprecise, however, and this imprecision leads to the distinctive wobble in both the theremin's tone and the flight of a UFO. Consider the old footage. Not one flew on a straight line. Is it not surprising, then, that so many have crashed? As unlikely as it seemed to be making music from space junk, the theremin is not the only extraterrestrial-sourced instrument that we have. Using the tiny disc-shaped probes captured after being sent out from orbiting motherships, technicians on Earth have created the Kaizen, or steel tongue drum. Fortunately, these devices are far more plentiful than the theremin components, and much easier to get hold of and modify, requiring only for the gelled remains of the little aliens to be scooped out via the propulsion port, and the tongues, once sensor apparatus, tuned with magnets to a musical scale. This is the Kaizen steel tongue drum. This one happens to be double-sided. For a completely different scale. Recently captured The Idiopan can be tuned with magnets to any scale, but only has one side. Both, when played, are conducive to a musical experience that's most ethereal. They are excellent with theremin.